YouTubers, welcome to another episode of Concrete Vibes. Today's topic will be on signs she's not into you. And I think this is a very important topic for a lot of men to acknowledge because especially younger men, I believe, are clueless and only have one mindset, which is pretty much getting with the girl despite anything else. And some guys, be in a relationship or dating, and then one day the girl just ups and leaves or ends all contact, and a lot of guys are like, well, what happened? Or they're clueless. And what I say is, obviously they're not observing the signs, and there's always signs. You just have to be more observant. So the first sign when dating or in a relationship is observing the words and listening to the words she's saying. When a woman talks, the best thing you should do is listen. And once they're done talking, then voice opinions or nod your head. I mean, it's really that easy. Most guys that interrupt women when they're talking, they hate that. I've noticed. I was in a habit because I like talking a lot. I like talking about different things. I've noticed I've caught myself in the past where I talk more than the woman does. And socializing is good, but usually the woman wants to talk and there's more socializing. So it's better just to let her do about 80-90% of the talking. You do about 10 the nodding, or so what do you think of this, or oh wow, asking questions is very important. So if she's not, some things she might say is like she's not ready for a relationship. That's the first sign if she bluntly says that. And if you're looking for that type of woman to be in a relationship, that's not a good sign. That's not relationship material. I mean, that's probably the honest a woman will ever get. And that could either be directed, meaning that she's not into you, which majority of the time it is, and she's just letting you down easy, and there's more other attractive men that she has on the side or that she's interested in. Calling's the next thing. Now, when you first start dating, you'll notice, usually I've noticed with women, is that they'll always be the one initiating the calls, the texting a lot more than I would. Now, the man should be the initiator, and that's about 10% right there. And then responding to texts is not fast, or not initially when you get a response, but gradually. Like, get a text from her, shoot her a message maybe the next day, or 3 or 4 hours later. Be really relaxed and chill about it. Well, most guys just get really clingy and ponder and second guess themselves, like, oh, why is she texting me? And this kind of, and then they'll initiate contact, and it pushes them away. Women can sense clinginess, and that's the number one thing you want to avoid. And if you're acting clingy, it means you're not putting yourself there first. I mean, you're focusing, obviously that person's more important than you are. I mean, you should have better things to be doing than thinking about a woman all the time, what she's doing or texting. So if she's not calling you, texting you a lot, it's a good sign that she's not interested. And the best thing you could do is cut off contact, delete her number, and just move on. And sometimes she might message back, wonder why, why didn't this guy message me, or what happened? It makes her wonder. So, curiosity killed the cat. And it doesn't always happen, but regardless, it doesn't matter because you're moving on with your life. So, obviously she showed her signs. Like I said, actions speak louder than words. So the next thing is eye contact. Very important. if you met a girl at a bar or a party or just someone you've been intimate with for a while and dating, eye contact's really important, especially when you first initiate the conversation for the first time. If a woman is into you, her eyes will dilate, her pupils, and she'll be really fixated on you and no one else around her. That's a good sign. That means if she's doing that, she's into you. Now, if she isn't, or she's just, yeah, you're talking, she's just nonchalant, or, oh, I wonder what's over there. Obviously, she doesn't respect you enough to listen to what you have to say. So that's a no-go right there. The next thing is she's playing with her hair. That's a good sign that either she's interested. Majority of the time, it means that she's interested. It's just a weird thing they do. I'm not too in-depth about it, but I know it's a good sign. So that, if a girl's playing with her hair and eye contact, it's usually a good sign. The next thing is she's mentioning other guys she finds attractive or talks about breakups. You don't need to hear that shit. You're not her counselor. You're not there to be her simp or a white knight. That's a situation you do not want to be in. And honestly, you could either listen to it and walk away and never talk to her again, or you could just tell her, hey, you're with me now. Forget about that. And, or you don't want to hear about that. That's how I would approach it. Politely. Don't act like a douche. Just nonchalant, like, oh, well, kind of be well, I'm not your counselor, or, The next thing is, which I've never had happen to me, tries to set you up with other women. Yeah. I don't even think I would go there. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't even think I really need to discuss that. So moving on. She doesn't laugh at your jokes. Now, if a woman likes you and is into you, she'll laugh at whatever. She'll laugh you could say the most stupidest thing and she'll laugh about it. If she's not laughing, that means her interest level isn't really there. And you probably shouldn't try more or get more desperate. Because I see a lot of guys that do that. It's like, oh, well, I got to try harder. No, you don't. You just need to back off. The next thing is about making plans. Say, you got her number, trying to make plans, and she always uses the word maybe. Maybe means no in women's terms. I don't care what anyone tells you, it means no. I've had this happen to me a million times. I know other guys that say that. If you ever get a maybe, all you got to say is, or, withdraw the offer, or be like, okay, well, things change, hit me up. So you're kind of like ending it. You're saying, no, okay, well, you're withdrawing it, basically, your invitation. Don't deal with that maybe bullshit. Maybe means no, and it's very disrespectful. Canceling plans. I've had this one happen. Flaking, too. AKA flaking. Now, if a woman, you guys set up a date, you both come to agreement, and you go down there, or she cancels last minute, just don't even talk to her again. Just block her number, take her off Facebook, she's on there, don't even explain yourself. When a woman does that, it's not worth your time. She has zero respect for you. She doesn't give a shit about you. And you don't need someone like that in your life. Even if you're just trying to get laid. I don't tolerate that. That is the most shittiest thing someone could do. I don't care what anyone tells you. And I've had it happen to me before. And when I wasn't really familiarized with the dating world, it's just stringing you along. It means no. Sometimes I've had women, anytime a woman says maybe, I just don't even reply, don't even, I wouldn't even take the initiative to block their number because, it's showing, that means it's affected you. And mostly I just kind of just don't even, I just, all right, whatever, delete her number and just move on with your life. So don't deal with that shit. She talks about what type of man she's looking for. That's a red flag. a lot of women have these ideas of a perfect man, and when they actually get something that's good, they get bored of it, or it's just nonsense. So don't. Yeah, if you I've never heard of a woman talk about it before, but if she's describing like a perfect man, it sounds like, and you need to do this or they need to do that. And you got some guys that'll be like, oh yeah, I can do that, or acting like total simps, man. Just, I mean, they don't even get far anyways. I mean, they probably don't even get laid. And I'll go into simps and white knights in another video, but something you gotta watch out for. So the main topic, the main conclusion of this video is be very observant. Talk less, observe more. I mean, it's a lot of guys are like, well, it's so hard to read women. It's not. It is easy. Women's actions speak louder than words. I will say this a million times. You don't have to say a damn thing. Body language, their body language, how they perceive themselves, it's just there. You can't avoid it, and a lot of men do. Or if you get a gut feeling something's not right, or like she changed, she's acting differently from the first time you met her, or the couple weeks you were dating her, and now she's changed. It means her attraction level to you or interest level has gone down. And what more guys do is that they pursue more instead of just backing away and doing something else, focusing on themselves, hooking up with other women. Because I guarantee if you pursue a woman, it's just, you're going to lower your self-esteem. You're not going to get the girl. I'm guarantee you. I'm almost 100% guarantee you won't. So just don't even put yourself in that situation. Focus on you. I've said this a million times, and things will come. I promise. So if you have any questions or stories or concerns, like always, concretevibes@gmail.com. I would like to get some stories going about your current relationship situation or any advice you need. And if I find it interesting topic to discuss, I will post it on my YouTube channel. So you guys have a wonderful day. Take it easy.